Everyone that feels like giving up in crypto right now, I feel you. I get it. I totally understand. And I want to make this video to those people that are feeling a little bit depressed, that are feeling like we didn't get what we expected in this cycle. Hopefully this video is going to uplift you. Guys and girls, my name is Crypto Kid. I've been making content since I was 14 years old here on this channel on a daily basis. And my dream was to get to a place where I could share my thoughts on the economy, share my thoughts on the crypto market, have a beautiful community like I do right now, which I'm super, super grateful about, and also make money from investing, from trading. And I'm very grateful that I'm in a place where all of those things are happening. And I just feel like, there's that little bit of greed we all have. We always want more. We always want to make more money. We always want to become more successful. And that's one of the primary reasons why I think a lot of people are a little bit upset. Because you look at the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin went from 15K to $120,000. That is an 8x price increase. 8x is pretty good. When you think about it, it's actually a pretty good increase in for an asset, right? It's pretty good. However, also, I do know that a lot of people were not in Bitcoin and they were mostly in altcoins. And when you look at the altcoin market, a lot of these big tokens and coins are at levels that we've seen in the bottom of the bear market. So this part of the video is not to the people that have been buying Bitcoin. They've made a lot of money in Bitcoin, but they're still upset. This is to the altcoin holders that missed out on the Bitcoin rally. And if that is you, I also feel for you because I've shifted my portfolio from being Bitcoin dominant to altcoin dominant. That was a mistake. Then I shifted it back into Bitcoin heavy and then again into altcoins. But again, altcoins didn't see the run I was expecting. So I can sympathize with you as well. And here's what I need to say. The last two cycles were different from a monetary policy and an overall industry perspective. You go to 2017. In 2017, there were only 3,000 cryptocurrencies. 3,000 cryptocurrencies. So when Bitcoin went to $20,000 and people were taking profits, USDT, it only had a $1.1 billion market cap. So people, investors, were forced to take profits a lot more into altcoins directly from Bitcoin. Then what happens? You see a lot of high concentration of capital get diffused into, well, let's say capital from one asset get distributed to, let's say 2,500 cryptocurrencies or 2,900 cryptocurrencies or 2,999 cryptocurrencies. But when you look at this cycle, there are millions today. So that distribution from Bitcoin wealth to altcoins in 2017 was hundreds of times more powerful for an altcoin increase in value when those Bitcoiners were taking profits compared to now. We know a lot of whales are taking profits from Bitcoin, but altcoins still are not moving. In 2017, there were only 3,000 cryptocurrencies, 3,000. So altcoins were able to see an explosive move to the upside. And we were in quantitative tightening then. Now we're also in quantitative tightening, and that's why I wanted to bring that up. Then you fast forward to 2020, 2021, the government doubled the amount of money supply. In COVID, you doubled the amount of money supply. So money became infinitely less valuable. And when money becomes less valuable through more money being introduced into the overall circulating supply, obviously things that are trading against the US dollar, like Bitcoin, stock market, and gold, of course, those are the big ones, they will increase in value naturally as the supply for USD increases and the demand doesn't stay the same. The value of the US dollar goes down, but Bitcoin, gold stocks, they go up. So naturally, they saw a massive price increase. Bitcoin saw a 6x return from $10,000 to $60,000. It was huge. And that was a whole monetary cycle thing, a monetary policy thing. You looked at altcoins, they also went up dramatically. Everybody was at home, everybody was trading, you had the stimulus checks, That was also a different ball game from monetary policy point of view. And you look at this cycle, you look at the average amount of delinquencies, the mortgage delinquencies, the credit card delinquencies. It's at a massive, massive high. In 2020, 2021, savings were per capita in America were at an all-time high. Now they're at an all-time low. So people don't have money. One, you look at quantitative tightening still continuing, no quantitative easing. The Fed isn't printing as much money as they were before. So the average Joe doesn't have money in their pocket. You have a huge government shutdown where people aren't getting paid for their labor. It's crazy. So monetary policy is super different this cycle. You've had the institutional adoption to Bitcoin, the Michael Saylors buying, you've had the ETFs buying dramatic amounts, and that caused a step-by-step increase on the price of Bitcoin, but you saw altcoins get shadowed by Bitcoin massively. You didn't see that big drop in Bitcoin dominance. But I'm here to tell you that that's going to happen. It's going to happen at some stage. The New York Fed president, the most powerful Federal Reserve Bank in America, the New York Fed president came out and said they're going to do quantitative easing very soon. Very soon means likely towards the middle of next year. And for that money to flow into assets, that would take until the end of about 2026. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point. But if you give up now, then you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out. And that's not worth it. So one piece of advice that I want to give everybody here before letting you go and enjoy your Saturday afternoon, evening, morning, depending on where you are watching this video, find something you love. Find something that you're passionate about. It can be something in the crypto industry. It can be something that is outside the crypto industry, and ideally something that can make you money as well passively, that you can then take and passively invest. I'm grateful that apart from everything else that I do, from trading, from my investment gains, I can make these videos for you, which I truly, truly enjoy doing them. I really love making these updates. So it gives me enjoyment on a daily basis, preparing, researching. It also helps me with my trading, my investing. So apart from those incomes, I also have a media income, and I also do what I love on a daily basis, which is beautiful because time passes quickly. Time passes quicker. I can be more patient. I can have an extra passive income to invest into cryptos. For me, it's amazing. And I think if you guys can find something similar, it doesn't have to be crypto, it can be theater, it can be, I don't know, having your own pizza shop for what it is. Like, it can be anything. Find something that you love that's going to help pass time, that's going to give you enjoyment in life, and ideally make you a passive income that you can keep on investing and then reap the rewards at a later point in time. I know it's been rough. I know it's been rough, right? But we deserve so much, and I think we're going to get what we deserve. It's going to take some time, but we just need to hold on to our industry. This is our industry, and we're going to be very successful from it. There is so much more time ahead of us. In the next 20 years, crypto is going to be something so different, and a select few of you are going to become very rich because you were this early. It's going to require patience. And guys and girls, I want to end it off there. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you all extremely soon. Hopefully on the Bank Cowan video tomorrow. That's getting edited. It took more time than I anticipated, but don't worry, it's still going to be relevant by tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic one, so I'll see you all there. Take care and bye-bye.